Today I want to tell you something about my daily work. When I started after my studies as an HR manager in an international company, and so I'm coming out of the HR business context, and I founded my own company in 2006, and this is Pergo Coaching and Consulting. And I work with small companies in the diagnostic context and with private clients, whenever they are in a, let's say, professional change process. And this is often, they start thinking about something new when their anger is coming up. So what I brought to the session is anger. Anger with colleagues or with employees or with managers. Okay, trouble within the business context. And let's call her Christina. You can't see her face, and she's in her company already for 15 years. So she's a project manager, and she's really experienced, and she knows what she does, and she's used to working on her own. And due to a real change, a big change process in this international company, two business units merged, and she had to apply for her own job, which was really stressful for everybody. So you can imagine a little bit the surrounding. There was a lot of insecurity, and but she reached to get her job back, but she got a new manager. And this was a young woman. She was younger than her. She was not experienced in this business unit. She doesn't know at all which kind of projects were going on. And so this manager, she started to micromanagement her team. So let me know, what did you did today? In which meeting have you been? What was the topic? What was the result? Please provide me with all the emails, and so on and so on. And this took a lot of time of Christina, and she started getting angry, and she started she didn't like her job anymore. She started to talk with the colleagues about her new manager. And so the energy started to freeze. This has nothing to do with energy and flow. And the first thing when I work with conflicts within the business context, is the first thing I do before I start working with logosynthesis is to open the field, like, okay, what does this behavior of another person has to do with you? Where's the reference point within you? Because the same behavior probably does nothing with somebody else. Probably it is stressful for the whole team, but in different ways. Okay? So this is the first thing we do, is when I talk, because this Renate asked, what do you do when you work with energy fields? It is to perceive what kind of field is activated, and am I in the right field? Because how often do we treat in the field of others? They should, they shouldn't, he should, he shouldn't. Instead of just go one step back, perceive what is going on, and just ask, what is activated within myself? Hi, Alan, welcome.
Hi, just a quick message to say you have 5 minutes left.
Thank you. And so this is what we did. So we did the first step is to be aware of what is activated and what has this to do with me. And we run the first logosynthesis, because what showed up was, I'm not good enough. And of course, everybody who's familiar to work with logosynthesis knows this is something very old. Okay? But as I'm a coach and not a therapist, I try to stay in the here and now. Sometimes therapeutic windows shows up, and then we go. But first we stay in the here and now. And the second thing what came up, and this was so nice within this process I show you, was that the second belief came up, then I can't change anything. And this, of course, has nothing to do with being energy in flow. Okay. And so she started at the second round, she started to ask question on herself: how do I want to work? What are my strengths? How do I want to create relationship? In the first round, she saw, okay, I want to support my manager. She decided that it has nothing to do with her. It has to do with the manager as well, because she was insecure as well. So she came back to, in her strengths, I want to provide, I want to support. And the second layer was, okay, how do I want to create my professional career in future? Okay. So this is a chance. This is always, anger is a gift. Changement is a chance. Okay. So I would invite you now. Are there any questions? Are there any comments? What are your experiences? Just let me know, or let us share this.
Quick question, Silja. Thank you, first of all, for your presentation. Just quickly, I mean, as a coach, we are, as you say, sort of bound to the here and now and present. How do you deal with a coachee that comes with, situations from the past? Do you sort of bring that person back into the present by finding another similar situation in the present, or do you just work with what's there?
Yeah, what shows up, shows up.
Yeah, okay.
So, and if there's something coming out of the present, and sometimes it's so, it is so obviously, and we know working with logosynthesis that this is in layers. And when you go into a deeper layer, you can bring the energy of all the layers upper within a flow. So yes, I do. But there is, let me say it this way. If they are really only stuck because the situation is very stressed, I have no stress in diving deeper. If I have the impression that there is really something more therapeutical activated, I mention it.
Mm-hmm.
I mention it because this is not my field, and this is I'm not. This is what I said when I described working with energy fields. I really love it to stay in the here and now and to focus on the future. And to focus all your energy. How do you want to create your new life? What is your mission? What is your vision? Why do you can take your whole life to explore what has happened in the past within the 17 generations before. This is a very interesting process I went through, and I love it. I really love it. But this is a decision of the client. And if the client wants to go through a process where he works in the past and with generations, then there is a therapist, the right person. This is my view on this. But if this person wants to create the future and to bring us energy and flow and work on visions, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, that's helpful.
Yeah, welcome. Any other comments or questions or experiences you want to share? Yeah, Leslie.
Oh, I was just going to say thank you for that. I have a background in clinical mental health, but I've actually worked more in the HR development areas in companies. And I'm also excited about the future vision. I understand the traumas of the past. I get all that. And but it's good. It's walking that line is you have to be very careful, of course. But I like the idea how you just put that, focusing on what do you want to create now? What's going on now? How do you envision your future? And where's your energy going? Where is it now? Where does it want to go? Thank you for restating that so beautifully. Appreciate it.
Welcome. And we all know it when we talk about the point of creation is only now.
That's right.
It's just now, and you decide. And this is a question you can ask. You can ask your client, what do you want? Why are you here? What are you here for?